Hey guys, how y'all doing? This is your girl Root. Welcome back to another series, and this one I want to do on Aquarius in your birth chart in the second house. So it became the Aquarius house, which is normally the Taurus house, but has Saturn, which I made for Capricorn. Okay, Saturn in that house. Okay, what type of person you are? I can only say about what I know about me, because that's me. Okay. Um, okay, let's read a little bit. Saturn in house 2. Saturn in the second house is a placement that fosters a conservative attitude about resources and are reluctant to overspend needlessly. The appetite for material wealth is dampened by a more simplistic and moderate sensibility. Uh, Esoterically, people with this placement are likely to prefer more modest fashions, even if they manage to acquire substantial means. They are not likely to flaunt it or show off. Rather, they are more conscious about holding onto what they have and protecting it as best as they can. Additionally, they may harbor an uh, fent for relics, I don't know, antiques and objects of historical value, collector's items with value that is tied to its oldest and prevalence are bound to be of more appeal than, say, the latest or greatest gadgets and fashion trends. So we're not like in Capricorn would normally be like the latest clothes and stuff like that. When it comes to money, Saturn in the second house confers, as you might expect, a sometimes miserly and parsimonious way with finances. They, however, may exhibit good responsibility with managing their bills and making payments on time. In the second house, Saturn may bestow a great capacity to earn money through means that make us of an eye of detail and professionalism. People with this placement may do well working in security or accounting or as a bank loan officer. Furthermore, with Saturn in the house second, there is a ability to really get the most for one's money. They tend to stay within budget and rarely splurge impulsively. Here is a look at Saturn in the second house in both the natal chart and the transit. Okay, let's continue. I'm going to read a little bit and then I'm going to tell y'all my version. We're going to do a reading as well, okay? Let's see. Second house in astrology. It is known as the house of possessions. We know that. The house corresponds to the sign of Taurus, the ruler Venus. Okay. Uh, this is the house of values and material possessions. It represents our finances and economic status. Okay, we kind of know that already. Okay. Then we got the planet Saturn. The planet Saturn astrology represents limitations, restraints, discipline, hard work, ego development, authority, and consequences. Its influences foster desire to conserve resources, pull back, and exercise caution. Saturn is regarded as a maleficent planet, meaning that its presence often carries negative effects on an individual. It can manifest an overly serious demeanor and a tendency to miss out on some of the joy and pleasures of living life. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one because I said my point. Okay, let's see. Okay, Saturn in the second house. For those who have Saturn in the second house, financial prosperity may not fall into their lap, but over time and through smart investments, they can build a sustainable and comfortable lifestyle for themselves. Saturn, however, can indicate that financial hurdles, especially earlier in life, may need to be overcome. In astrology, excuse me, Saturn is known as the great teacher, and as such will subject the individual to adversity and possibly destruction in order to install an appreciation for the value of things. Ain't that something? With such experiences, knowledge and wisdom can be gained, and in the end, individuals can become savvy in the ways of making and keeping money, as well as understanding the value of objects. You'll be dead by then. Consequently, this along with their appreciation for things of traditional and historical value can draw them to professions as appraisers, museum clusters, and auctioneers, and sheep and slaves. We're gonna go some more. Let's see. Let's read some more by Mrs. Saturn. I get, or Mrs. Saturn, whatever. With Saturn in the second house, there may be fears and anxieties about losing what they have that drives them to work all the harder. In astrology, Saturn represents negative karma from a past life that has created a karma deficient in this one. Okay. Therefore, it is necessary for the individual to work at the developing the weaknesses and shortfalls that Saturn in the second house reveals. Among those shortfalls is a pendant for stinginess and overcautiousness for fear of going broke. For this reason, the individual must make a concrete effort to exercise greater generosity and charity when possible. People with this placement can take pride in objects that serve as tokens of their achievements, but they may need to avoid being too attached to them. So that's the, like the stars and the singers get that statue, whatever they call it. You know what I'm talking about when they, achievement for something, whatever. Okay. Saturn on the second house traits. When Saturn traits the second house, it will signal a time to cut back on spending and be more conservative with your time and resources. On a larger scale, it could signify an economic recession or even a depression where financial fears are stroked by downward trends. Saturn in the second house transit bring a heightened sense of caution that can lead to a restoration of balance where chaos and instability may have previously reigned. Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, well, start there. When it comes to money, Saturn can put a spotlight on imprudent spending habits and force us to deal with the negative consequences of our behavior. In properties we may have been getting away with for some time and now have to be reckoned with. Saturn warns us to get our finances under control or we will suffer. The lessons to be learned will entitle responsibility with money and also collaborate of moral values and personal values in general. Okay, we're going to come back to this. Okay, so hold on a minute. Now we're going to talk about Uranus in the second house. Okay, since it's Aquarius house. If you have natal Uranus in the second house in your birth chart, this article is for you. Where you find this planet in your natal chart, you can expect sudden changes, but also in the corresponding life areas. You are somewhat different than others. Uranus in the second house people have a unique value system. They often live and work in an unusual way. Your finances are often subject to changes. Okay, let me write that. Unique value system. Changes and work in unusual way. Okay. Let's see. I'm glad they told me to do it like this. If you are not sure where is Uranus located in your birth chart, you can find out on the site of, okay. Keep reading to learn more about the, okay. Natal charts in the second house. Let's put it up some more. Uranus in the second house people have an erratic relationship with money. What is erratic relationship with money? Okay. Their finances fluctuate. During some periods, they receive a lot of money, and these periods are followed by times when they don't do so well. Usually, you don't have a stable income with this placement. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, and your income is subject to sudden ups and downs all the time. Sometimes you receive large sums of money out of the blue. Okay, it's true. Uranus in the second house suggests that you are not interested in finances. True. People with this, but I know we gotta have it in this 3D. People with this placement usually don't like allocating their time to learn about how money works and how it can be multiplied. You mainly see money as a way to ensure freedom, nothing more. Hello. That's so right. Yes, wealth. Okay. Because of this, you are not focused on saving most of the time. However, you can benefit a lot from developing better saving habits. Unless Saturn is involved with your Uranus in second house, you have a tendency to be an impulsive spender. Okay. With this placement, finances can be a sort of conflict with your loved ones. You have a different approach to this life area. What is not always compatible with the point of view of your partner or family, you can be self-willed person. Okay, I give them that. They're right. Let's go down a little more, y'all. When talking about finances, the aspects of Uranus in the second house are very important, with challenging aspects. You can face financial hardship because of careless behavior. Okay. Uranus in the second house and making money. Planets in the second house also talk about how you can earn money. Uranus in the second house suggests that you are not a person who enjoys working in a 9 to 5 position. Hello. You have a lot of original ideas how you can make money. Okay, yes, okay. I'm liking this so far. In astrology, Uranus is associated with technology, science, computers, and the internet. You can financially benefit from any of these topics with your natal Uranus in the second house. This is an excellent placement for software developers or any ways of making money related to computer science. Of course, when talking about such a complex topic as earnings and career, you have to examine that chart as a whole. Okay, that's what we're trying to do now, y'all. We're finna try to make this money. We're finna try to get on top of things. Hello. Often you earn money in unique and unconventional ways. Sometimes you rebel against the traditional ways of making money. Yes, sir. Some people with this placement benefit from collaboration with unique people or from some unusual sources. That's what I'm looking for now. Okay. Um, in some cases, Uranus here can indicate financial gain through inventions of some sort, but for this to be the case, the whole birth chart has to be supported. Okay, we're going little by little, y'all, but we starting with the money thing. Okay, this is the purpose. I had another purpose, but I'm glad they changed it. I appreciate them for that. Okay, like Ruby quiet. Uranus in the second house and your core values. Financial assets are an important topic of the second house, but it's not the only one. The second house in the natal chart also talks about your values and what you find important in life. Okay. With your Uranus in the second house, you are not willing to accept the values of others without first elevating them. Yeah, right. Often you have a unique value system. Uranus in the second house suggests that freedom is very important to you. Y'all know it. If y'all just got this placement, y'all know what they're talking about. It is one of the most important things to you. People with this placement often choose to be freelancers instead of working in a corporate environment. if the chart as a whole doesn't say otherwise. Besides freedom, you value individuality and originality. This can make it even harder for you to fit in a traditional environment. Uranus is the planet of independence, and this is also essential for you. So if y'all been feeling strange and all that, that's why, okay? You're not supposed to fit in. Not this time around. You often spend your money on expenses that make you feel more free, such as travel. You want a lot of new experiences. Stability is not that important to you, but contributes to the lack of planning when it comes to savings. With this placement of Uranus in second house, one of the things you value is technology. You often spend on gadgets, and you possess a lot of them. You find innovations very valuable, and you often consider science and technology to be the biggest contributor to society. Okay, we're going to agree with him on that. I've been in the bathroom conjuring up stuff ever since I was a little girl. Planet Uranus in astrology. Uranus was discovered in only 1781. This planet is a modern ruler of Aquarius, which was ruled before the discovery of Uranus by Saturn. Let's see. Uranus is the awakener in astrology. This planet makes us question the old ways of how we do things and constantly search for new, better methods. People who have a prominent Uranus in their charts are innovators and original thinkers. In astrology, Uranus is associated with science, technology, electricity, computers, inventions, the divine spark, brilliance, madness, rebellion, revolution, sudden changes. If it gets out of control, this can make Uranus violent and dangerous. Okay, so y'all seen that chart, right? Utopian ideas are also ruled by Uranus. With this planet strong in your chart, you have a strong urge to be free. Freedom is one of your most important values, just like individuality or intelligence. A strong Uranus suggests that you are in some way eccentric, original, benevolent, bohemian, whatever say, different than most people. One thing is for sure, you are definitely not a gray mouse. Okay. In modern astrology, Uranus is considered to be the ruling planet of astrology itself. If you want to learn more about the planet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go. Let's read a little bit more, y'all. It's probably going to be a lot of parts because I want to get the money in check because I don't like to worry about that. I want to be able to flow without restrictions and coming in. I know y'all feel the same way. And being creative about it. And not being anybody's rule. We're going to get deep off into this, okay? The second house is traditionally connected with the zodiac sign Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus is in accidental dignity in this house. Some of the life areas associated with the second house include financial affairs, your savings, possessions. It's important that real estate and land belong to the fourth house, not the second house. Let me see. Okay. The other important association of the second house is your values. In your birth chart, this house shows what you find valuable, but this house speaks of your self-worth too. It shows if you have a low self-esteem. It is interesting how your earning power and self-worth are intertwined through the second house. The more you believe in yourself, the more you are able to make. The second house, see, I don't like that. I think you should believe in that yourself, period. You know, but Saturn came and changed everything. The second house is succedent house in the birth chart, supporting the matters of the preceding angular house, the first. If you translate it to the life of humans, your possessions support your well-being as a person. Planets in the second house suggest that possessions are important to you, You stand firmly on the ground and you know how to enjoy life. If you enjoy this article, okay. Now I want to go back before we go to, I'm going to go back to Saturn and we're going to read, we're going to start with whatever one they got first. Okay. However long it's going to take to get there. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to start with Aries. It says Saturn in the second house, Aries. Saturn in the second house in Aries brings about a tension between impulsive spending and a desire to save money. This placement can foster great drive and motivation to go out and take on a lot of tasks that earn money, as well as spearhead projects that bring personal gain. People with this placement tend to earn money in exciting ways and spontaneous ways, and may also be motivated and hindered by a perceptive fear of failure and falling into a state of recension, whatever it is. Such a person, whoa, wow, what is it? It messed me up. Where you go? I'm wrong for that. Hold on, y'all. Such a person may develop great powers of resourcefulness through the challenge and difficulties they must overcome. So we're gonna do a little. Let's do a little tarot and see what's up. Okay, let's see. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, y'all, but I want to be on the path we need. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see. Let's see what comes up. Let's see. So this is for Aries. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take them three. Let's see what it says. Okay, I'm assuming that it says make sure your body is intact first and foremost. Okay, and get rid of past hurt, death, or end of a situation or relationship. Failed relationships, don't dwell on that crap. Okay, this is how we all gonna get to wealth. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't know how I'm gonna word it, so whoever click on it, okay. Stop, come out from out of the cold. Stop feeling like a victim. First deacon Taurus, that was third deacon Gemini, opening chakras. Delays around money coming in from the cold. So yeah, so we finna do that. So stop being a victim and feeling all, hurt and lost and all that stuff, being in your feelings, okay? So we got temperance upside down. Money restrictions, testing the waters. So we testing the waters, true enough, but we trying to get out of money restrictions, okay? We trying to get it together. Okay, then we got Ten of Cups, happiness, good things, party, or celebration. So yours might come through, because this my daughter does, this Aries. You know how to organize a party, weddings, kids things, having a carnival, real estate, making pottery, making dishes, plants, stuff like that. Maybe like I say, building houses and stuff like that. Maybe landscaping, you know. Maybe you and your partner, if you get a partner, if not, don't dwell on that. There could be masculine and feminine in you, okay? So that's what we can do. If we're having a partnership, of course we want like a business partnership as well. But maybe that's what how you're gonna get your wealth, okay, Aries? Or being a speaker or whatever it may be, celebration, yeah, because you're speaking, everybody having a good time, flowing, stuff like that, okay? We're gonna study this, y'all. We're gonna get this right. All right, y'all, I'm finna go to part 2. So if y'all want to follow me, my phone takes long to download and all that crap, so it'll be a minute. All right, I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet. All right, love y'all. I'll be right back. We got 10. Let's count. We got 5. We got 10. That's 15. 15, 15, 15. Check that out. Wow. So that's 4, 24, 24. That's 8, 48. 48 equals 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 equals 3. Right? Am I right? That's 5 and 5. That's 10 and 10. So 3, the divine. Hello. All right, Aries. Let's try to make this work, okay? I'll be right back. Love y'all. Bye. It's our secret. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.